This lighting is so unflattering, but do you know what? I don't care. This is a documentary. It is day 4 of making the pants. It is a Monday. Margot Robbie is here on Friday, 11:30 a.m. It is 7 p.m. I've had a full day of work. I also needed to go to the doctors, and then I had 2 trumpet students. I am exhausted, especially since it's the last week of term. The kids are being rat bags because they think they can get away with it. They're restless. We've done our assessments. It's just, I have set 2 little goals for me tonight so that I can start tomorrow with a bit more daylight. Goal 1 is to rethread the overlocker with some pink thread I bought at the store this afternoon. And goal 2 is to unpick the basting seam that I made to see if the pant leg fits. Here we go. This is the overlocker thread I got at the store. They had white, but the lady recommended I use pink. She had light pink, but then she also had this pink. And we kind of decided on this one because the other one was too light. But now that I look at it, I'm kind of like, oh, I should have done the light pink. Oh dear. We're just gonna commit to it, and next time we know, but it's definitely gonna be better than black. I also refamiliarized myself with a hack of how to rethread an overlocker. We are going to cut these threads and tie a knot and just try and thread the knots through the machine. Finally. If you can see, I've tied the black threads to the new pink threads, and we're going to try and thread that through the machine. I have genuine concerns that it won't thread through the machine, but I've put the tension discs down to 1. Oh my god. Disaster has occurred. I think I could save this. Thankfully, we have threaded the looper properly. So these are the loopers. It is absolute nightmare to go in there. So thank goodness those 2 threaded properly, but now we just need to rethread the needle. Who knew it would take, what, 10 minutes to thread 1 needle? This is unbelievable. We're on to needle 2. Holy moly, this is ridiculous. Okay, now threads are through. We have our chain and it is all pink. That is amazing. All right, get a test piece. I have 2 pieces of fabric and we are going to overlock them going down this edge, and that will give us what the finished seam on the inside of the pants could look like. Look how clean that is, team. That's really solid. So that's a closed seam. When it opens, can we see it? Can't see it at all. So much better than the black. It even reinforces the stitches. You could even just sew with the overlocker, but it's super high risk. To prepare myself for finishing the seams tomorrow, what I'm going to do is unpick this test basting stitch on the side, because I did that without finishing or ending it, to just see if the pants fit. So we're going to unpick that seam. Okay, that is done. It is unpicked. I'm so tired. But tomorrow, I do finish work at 2:30 tomorrow because it's sports day for the kids. I will be back earlier with daylight hours, and I don't have trumpet students tomorrow. So that's gonna be a real big break and we can get a lot done. Look at this though, guys. Bleh. Actually, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna edit the video from yesterday. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Team. It is day 5 of making these pants. It is Tuesday afternoon, 5 p.m. Margot Robbie gets here Friday morning. It's crunch time, bro. It is crunch time. I've also had to ask my school principal to get leave without pay so I can go on Friday because it is the last day of school. It is a huge inconvenience for me not to be teaching on the last day, and I'm really grateful that he said yes, so that's amazing. But we do have a huge issue. Not only is my camera low on battery right now, but the vest that my gorgeous friend Mackenzie has sent to me that I bought is stuck. And it has been stuck at New York departure for 10 days. I don't know if it is lost. I don't know if it is in customs. All I can tell you is that the likelihood of the vest getting here in 3 days are slim. And that has just made me so sad. This has been such a roller coaster of emotions making these pants. I'm just feeling a little defeated. My backup plan for if the vest does not arrive is if the pants are ready and they're at a really high quality standard, I will wear the pants with a white singlet and the boots and the hat and the wig and just do it without the vest. If the pants are not ready, A, because I don't have enough time, B, because I don't have the skill set, then I will just wear a full pink suit that I have worn in the past, and that is Barbie core enough. I am really grateful because my mum is also taking the day off work to come with me to be my support person. She knows how important just even seeing Margot Robbie is for me and my cosplay journey. Oh, I'm getting emotional. It is hugely important to me because without Margot Robbie, obviously my journey on social media would be a lot different. My experiences with cosplay and where it has sent me and all these amazing opportunities would not be possible. So I feel this immense sense of gratitude to this woman that probably doesn't even know I exist. And just seeing her would mean a lot to me. I'm going to finish the edges on my serger or overlocker for the seams that we have sewn on the inseam of the pants. And then after that, we are going to attach the crotch, which is my biggest fear. I have never done pants. I've never done crotch. This is a little bit like, ooh, scary for me. And we will see how we go. Oh God. Oh, my eyes look very blue. I am just about to finish the inseam and clean up the unfinished edges. I experimented with serging one side. As you can see, I finished this edge and I was like, oh, then I'll have to do this edge, and then there's gonna be way more fabric in the crotch area. So I'm gonna try and serge it as close as possible to the seam. I'm a little anxious, but let's just go. I've left a little bit more than I expected, but it is still clean. It is still going to function and it will still go to one side. All right, we have finished edges on the inseam. It looks really clean. It looks really neat. It looks stunning. And now I'm going to line up my notches and align the middle seam, pin it together, and we will sew the entire crotch area. I am so anxious about the crotch, like severely anxious. After panicking for what feels like forever, I should stop worrying about the fit now, just continue with the seam allowance I've done for the inseam. This is so tough on my poor little brain that has been at work all day and is so stressed with other matters. Okay, we're just gonna do. We're going to do. For the most part, I did okay, I think. I have finished sewing the curved crotch seam. I thought I was going to do terribly here, but I did okay. I accidentally went a little bit less than my seam allowance, but for the most part that is fine because I did have concerns that I needed more fabric if I wanted to size. I was like, why do my pants look like this? Then I opened them up, bro. Why do my pants look like this? They're not going to fit. That's ridiculous. I am an idiot because then when you, first pair of pants, you know, when you open them up, dun dun dun, hold on, pants. Oh my God. I have a feeling it's already going to be too crotchy. Welcome to my bedroom. I'm going to do my first fitting. The pants are pinned. I have left the zipper part open and I've put the pins facing down to my feet so that when I put it on, I'm not going to get pricked the whole way up. Okay, the fitting is good. I mean, the back fits well. I'm surprised at how good the back looks. The back is fine. I'm having crotch issues at the front. The front of the pants have a bit of a baggy crotch. I thought I could just pull it up, but there is still so much excess. I've never done a fitting before. I've never fit pants. She don't know what she doing. This is a documentary. As you can see, first of all, the waistband is seriously high because the pant pattern is like a really high waistband, but I thought that is good because we'll be able to roll it down. That is going to be a step along the way, not important right now. It is like gathering here. From just like pulling the pants like this, I feel like that would help if I eliminate some space in here. But I still don't understand what this means. I have no idea what it means. Butt looks good. Hello butt. The darts on the butt, even though half the dart will go away, really flattering on the butt. I'm surprised. I thought the butt would be an issue. The butt is perfect. This issue has to go. Not okay. For the most part, the stripe running down the center is pretty straight, and I'm happy with that. I can sew some pants. But damn, I mean, I haven't finished, but I'm gassing myself up. Pants, pants. Good morning, team, and welcome to day 6. It is raining outside, it is dark, but we are going to push through. Last night when I did my fitting with the crotch sewn, it became very apparent to me that there is a serious issue with the crotch area. There was just a lot of fabric that had these lines. It didn't feel as if the fabric was pulling, but it just has these unsightly lines at the front of the crotch area. I reached out on the social medias. I made a story. I said, does anyone know how to fix this issue? And I had a plethora of different opinions come back. I had a lot of people say add a gusset. I also had another lady show me that the pattern has an issue. It does not have the right curvature in the groin area, but that is the pattern that I cut out. I followed the pattern to a T, and so I found that really frustrating and unusual that the pattern could be incorrect or maybe just not suited to my body shape. I'll also add a photo because I tried the pants in the right way around with minimal seam allowance on the thigh to see if that would help, but in fact when the fabric is darker it looks even worse. So it is an issue that I really want to get ahead of right now. This is important to me to fix. So we are going to try for a gusset. A gusset is a diamond or square that sits in the crotch area and distributes the stress of the fabric so that it meets at a 4-way intersection rather than a 1-way intersection. Because I have sewn the crotch one seam, a gusset gives us 4 sides to deviate that stress of the fabric over. I have never made a gusset. I've never made pants. She's never done anything, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be really interesting for me. Also, can you sense how relaxed I am today? I've given myself a caffeine ban. I feel like caffeine is just making the situation worse in my head, and so I am aiming for sleepy girl. Sleepy girl is relaxed. Sleepy girl is chill. She'd rather be in bed. You know, just like, let me just relax. I'm a sleepy girl. Whereas Caffeine Laura is like, da 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 da. I'm going to watch a few more videos on gusseting, and then we will cut out a fabric and we will baste to see if that changes the fit. When I heard of basting in sewing, I thought, wow, that's really weird. I didn't think that they would slap barbecue sauce on the garments, because basting to me is barbecue. Anyway, that is my mind, that is my process. Holy moly. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I went down the YouTube rabbit hole, and if you're a YouTuber, this is an opening of a video because so many of them are done so poorly. I can barely see what's going on. So for an amateur sew, I'm like, what are you doing? It's really cryptic and hard to understand. Yesterday, your girl was feeling hella confident. I was feeling so confident that I actually overlocked the inseam together. It's an absolute nightmare to unpick. Slash I've also taken away my seam allowance for the inseam. So to unpick this and insert a gusset is going to really mess with just the entire structure of the pants we have now. May I also add, the biggest red flag about this pattern is that the front and the back look almost exactly the same. Their pattern barely has room for a butt. I'd also like to give a shout out to the lovely Molly who reached out on my Instagram. She showed me what a pants pattern should be looking like. It should be looking kind of like that. Look at that circle compared to this circle, right? So this one kind of goes like out that way. It should just actually be dipping like this. So see how it goes out? Why? Why are you going out like that? I don't get it. The hypothesis is the reason why it's pulling so much on the front is because I don't have enough at the back. Clearly, because they look exactly the same. This is the front, this is the back. There's barely any butt room. I did more research. How can I get around it without having to do a gusset? I don't have the time because I'd have to unpick all of this, re-sew, find the length of the gusset, create the gusset from scratch, make my own pattern, insert the gusset, and then only just pray that it's going to work. So the alternative is maybe coming down like this and just pray because the fabric is stretchy, it will give me enough on the side. Then I'm going to do the absolute minimum seam allowance on the side. It's really red hot, team. Like, it's really red hot. I don't know how this is going to go, but all I can say is we will not make enough progress if I sit around doing the gusset. I have plenty of resources to make a second pair of pants in future, but now we've come down to crunch time and time is of the essence. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. We're going to baste it. If it fixes it, that's great. If it doesn't, well, stuff it. I'm going to go minimum here. I'm just basting. Okay, coming out. I'm going to try them on with the right side on the outside because that is how I can see the creases a lot better instead of trying it on inside out. It's definitely improved, but it is still not great. Can the camera focus now? Okay, can you see it? It's definitely improved, but it's still not absolutely where I would like it to be. According to like everyone I've spoken to, pants are like the hardest thing to make apparently. So I shouldn't be too hard on myself, but I'm like, that is not perfection. And I am a perfectionist. Oh, so you can definitely see it. I don't like it being there. Am I gonna do the gusset? I don't know. I'm just going to assess my options some more. The back actually looks good. As far as I'm aware, the back is fine. I'm really hating this situation. I don't like drawing people's attention to this area. Yeah, I feel like that's not great. I'm gonna do a little bit more research. I'm a perfectionist, I'm not proud, but I'm gonna jump straight into Operation Gusset. I would much rather fit into a pair of pants that I'm comfortable in, that I'm not going, oh my gosh, people are looking at my crotch area. That's important to me. I'm going Operation Gusset. It's gonna set us back 2 hours. But I'm adamant. I'm adamant for Operation Gusset. Why am I like this? Oh my god. I've been researching gussets for like an hour. The day is slipping away and I just don't understand. You know that feeling where you're sitting at the dinner table with your dad and they're yelling at you because you don't understand maths? This is me. I'm really struggling. I'm at like the biggest crossroads here. I'm feeling really emotional. I don't understand. And when you don't understand something and you just like, there's no one there to properly explain it to tailor your learning needs, pardon the pun, like that's really, really tough. Maths is really, really, really hard for me. And this is out of my wheelhouse. I'm really starting to freak out that I don't have enough time. And I'm getting really emotional and I'm feeling like panic. I'm trying to think of solutions. It's like I need a grandma here to help me. And so I was thinking of even taking it to my local tailor and just saying, look, this is where I'm at. What can you do to help me? Anyway, it's not a tutorial, it's a documentary. Hey team, I just got back from the tailor. I also went to the post office as well. I went to the tailor. The lady either understood 110% what was going on or absolutely none at all, because she was so fast. And I will be picking up the pants in hopefully 2 hours, 3 hours for a fitting. She's going to put a gusset in the inseam and also insert the invisible zipper for me. Yeah, it's just gonna save me so much time and stress. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I actually just need to decompress for my emotions. I was gonna get stuck straight into the flares, but I went to the post office and turns out the vest is still stuck in New York. What is the point in investing all of this time and energy into the pants if the vest isn't going to arrive in time? Yeah, this has just not been great for me. If it doesn't get done by the time Margot's here, it's not the end of the world. The cosplay does need to be done by the 20th of June regardless, because that's when the movie is released. And that is amazing because that's 3 weeks away, and also the school holidays are literally 2 days away for 2 weeks, and that gives me ample amount of time to get it done. Anyway, I'm just gonna love you and leave you and just have some lunch and decompress because my goodness, I really need it. Hey team, I'm in bed, really tired. First of all, I'm very embarrassed because I've been so emotional all day because of a million different variables. I also didn't mention that my work best friend, it was her last day at work yesterday with me. And so that as well has been very emotional. I dropped the pants off at the tailor and I went back for a fitting. And I kid you not, it was way worse than when I dropped them off. And I was shocked. I went back the next time and they are okay. Was it worth the amount of money I paid for the tailoring service? No. I think I could have just kept going with where I had left off. I think I overanalyzed where my fitting was this morning and I panicked and I freaked out and I thought I'd give it to the professionals. Even then, if I just kept going, I would have maybe had finished pants by this point in time. But I am trying to rewire my brain and turn this into a positive experience. I have way more sewing experience than I did 5 days ago, and that in itself is a positive thing. But the reality is, it is not going to be ready for Margot Robbie on Friday. I will be going in with my mum. I will wear my pink suit. My mum and I will have a lovely day and we'll get lunch together and it will be divine, and I will see Margot Robbie, and that is going to be a lovely day. If I'm in cosplay or not, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be a good day, so I'm rewiring my brain to be a bit more realistic with the current situation. The next steps with this cosplay is to find a new pattern for the pants because this one clearly did not work out. I don't think redoing this pattern is going to be beneficial. We will just end up with the same issues. Thank you for sticking around for this documentary. It has not been easy. I don't even know why I'm doing these videos, but hey, it's just an average cosplayer doing average things, and maybe some people can relate to this experience. I don't know. Anyway, mwah, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, bye.